Hi, this is a 1952 Chevy 3/4 ton pickup that we have advertised. Kind of a fun truck. It was, I say, kind of born here in the valley. Well, actually born in Baker City. I suppose we go way back. It was born in Detroit. Came out to Baker and it was adopted by a family, a lady, a single lady I believe at that time. In 1952 she bought it new. It has been in Eagle Valley all these years. Pretty straight old truck. My understanding it was in a barn about 25 years at that time. So it only has 60, I don't know, I forget, 62,000 plus miles on it. And the speedometer worked when I got the truck. It broke, about a year ago. Like a silly guy, I didn't lube the cable as I should have. Alright, as you can see, this is the driver's side. I'll just point out here that this is the only spot that I can see that anybody's trying to do a little repair work. What I would guess happened is just the old proverbial GM truck thing. The door came back probably one time too far and hit there. Here's a feature I think is kind of interesting. This curve in the flatbed. From my experience, that's a pretty unusual thing. I'd say the flatbed was an aftermarket thing. She probably bought it with the bed on it. So you can see there how the running board was cut off, looks like with a torch. Heavy duty springs here, you can see. She carried her horse in this thing. And she had much taller rails on the at that time. She'd load her horse on it and away she'd go. She was a horse lady. As far as I know, that's the original sideboards on it, which is kind of neat. Now I do have the other two. You can see it's a little wider flatbed. Well, maybe about stock for a 3/4 ton, I suppose. But point of interest, the spare tire doesn't look to me like it's ever been on the ground. And the rear tires, which match it, are pretty weather checked. I tried to get some similar to it, just couldn't find any. I did replace the front tires, by the way. And that little red tank up there is actually a boat tank, 7 gallons. That's what I use for my gas tank. The tank probably needs to be boiled out, etc. However, the biggest reason for that is the original fuel pump no longer works. I couldn't find a kit for it. And so we're using the gravity feed. Works really good. Just don't go further than 7 gallons worth. Carry spare gas. I didn't mention when we were on this side a while ago, I've replaced all the brakes, honed out the wheel cylinders, all 4 of them, and the master cylinder. Replaced the brake shoes on the front. The rear ones look fine, and we did repack the bearings. So we took care of that. Also, while we're here, zoom in on this rust spot. This is the only bad rust through spot on the truck. Looks like right in this corner, water must have gotten in there, and that took care of that. Also, while we're over here, let's come up to this vent, as I call it. My grandpa called it a vent pan. That one's cracked, and the windshield on the driver's side is cracked. Other than that, all the glass is good, and as you can see, it's a 5 window. This is the fuel line. It just comes right from that tank right to the carburetor. Let's look at the carburetor. You see, we come right down here to the fuel line, right into the carburetor, which has been rebuilt by Clark's Electric in Baker. And at the same time, they rebuilt the generator. So the generator is working just fine also. I think it's interesting just how nice that firewall looks. Obviously, this is the original color of the vehicle. Also, while we're here, radiator was redone by Cook's in Baker City. And I think that's about it. Oh, did a head job. The Napa machine shop redid the head and the valves and all of that. I mean, as part of that operation. And it just amazes me how well the thing runs. The old oil bath oil filter, and of course I put a new filter in that. And I do have the breather. It's an oil bath breather also. I just don't have it on right now. Mainly because sometimes I have to pour a little gas in there if I lose my prime. Alright, I think we should fire this thing up. I just wanted to point out here that the seat back has been done. However, where the guy sits or the gal sits, that could use a little bit of attention. But talked to my wife, and I think she's willing to let the blankets go with the sale of the truck. So you've got that to look forward to. Okay, we're going to climb into this guy. This is really fun. It's got the old starter on the floor, just like they had years ago. I just put it in neutral, put the clutch in, turn the key on, pull the choke out, pump it a few times, and let's see what happens. You could ask for more. It hasn't ran probably been 4 hours since I ran it. That's real typical of how it runs, as long as you keep the gas coming to it. So, another thing I did want to point out, pull up this little mat, and this is where the battery is. It's a brand new 6-volt, and I also wanted to point out, I'll just let you get around there and see the rust that's in the floor. That's really some of the rust, I mean the worst rust in the whole truck. So, best we can do, no secrets, just tell everything we know. Okay, thank you. Bought this truck for me about 3 years ago from the original owner's son, who is now 94 years old. And as far as I know, I'm the second owner, and you can be the third owner. We had great plans to fix it up, but just due to my wife's health, and I don't have as much in it as I used to do, that I think it's time to move on to someone else that can give it the TLC that it needs and enjoy it like we have. So, be great if you're the next owner. Thanks. Bye-bye.